The Tyler Area Vampire Ball in Tyler, Texas is a relatively young once-a-year event, having only been around since 2019. The event is geared towards vampires and lycans, but is a fun gathering for all manner of spooky and alternative people. It's also, as far as I'm aware, the only goth and alternative event that ever happens in Northeast Texas where I live, so naturally I was really excited to attend for the first time in 2022. The event featured DJ Requiem, fueling the night with dark music, magic tricks by Wesselini the Card Houdini, and psychic tarot readings from the Fickle Witch Homestead and Witchery. There was also a huge selection of vendors selling a plethora of different items, including the Lord and Lady Teas, Tink's Trinkets, Yetiware handcrafted jewelry, wooden journals, little boxes, Bruce Henry Originals, Coffin Creations, and Artio Artisanals. And if I wasn't keeping control over my shopping addiction, I probably would have bought something or several somethings at least from pretty much every vendor there, but I decided to be responsible and set myself a budget for the night, and there were 3 particular places that I bought items from. First is Curated Ghosts, who sells curated vintage and unique items for some very good prices. And from them, I got this antique bowl, which kind of looks like a cauldron, and you can never have too much of those. Not sure what I'm going to use it for yet, maybe like a plant or something, or who knows, maybe I'll use it in a project at some point. Only time will tell. I got this snow globe, which I thought was pretty cool. It's got like a skull in it, it's got black snow, and a very nice looking pedestal. And I got these stickers, which I'm not sure what I'm going to do with them yet. Maybe I'll frame them like I did with my Unas Annas sticker. Next was Stones and Bones, who sold me this beautifully decorated deer jaw. All her magical items are ethically sourced, which is a really important selling point for me and my beliefs, and you can just tell that she put so much work and love into all of her creations. And finally is Devil Panda Creations, who sells alternative fashion and accessories as well as handmade items. And from them I got this skeleton bat patch, and I got this coffin-shaped wall shelf from them, and when I went to go buy from them, they only had a plain black version on display, so imagine my surprise when they tell me that they've got this black and purple striped version in the back somewhere, and they pull it out of a box, and I could not contain my excitement. I was just so happy to see this, and I just could not buy it up fast enough, so I'm really glad I got this. I would have loved to get one of their butterfly skeleton creations. They're just so beautiful, but unfortunately my budget was running out by that time of the night, so I had to tell myself no. But regardless, I am completely in love with all the stuff that I did get that night, and all the vendors that I talked to were just such lovely people, and I enjoyed interacting with them just as much as I enjoyed all of their amazing wares. But the Vampire Ball isn't just a market, there was plenty of entertainment to be seen as well. My friend Trix from Vision Lotus did a hypodermic plumage demonstration. What is that, some of you may be asking? Well, consider this your trigger warning. If the idea or image of needles and skin piercing makes you queasy, skip to the timestamp on the screen. I'll give you a second. Alright, we good? Everyone here that wants to be here? Awesome. So this demonstration consisted of using feathers attached to hypodermic needles that were pierced through the skin of his back to create wings. Now, disclaimer, the people involved here have experience with this kind of activity. Don't go trying to do this yourself without knowing how to do it safely. And here is the final look. Trix later told me that they wanted to do more feathers, but we're running low on time since this is a very time-consuming activity that you really don't want to rush. Nevertheless, it was some very impressive plumage. Next was Lauren Rax performing an incredible exotic belly dance. She's truly an impressive performer who knows how to excite an audience. Here's just a taste of her wonderful and exciting dancing.
فيروس في الدماغ اسمي محفور في العقول ولو اتحولت الغول فكر بس بيرقص في الناس مش ملح وخلاص وسط الحروب مش يدوب عملنا لكم ابتزاز كل اللي فات خلاص شغلنا الاستفزاز ضربت سن إبرة فرقعت أتخن ما فيكو فيروس يا ويلكم ده جالي في مملكتي ومجالي قابلته في سكة ترجع البس وشي الكآبة عندي من الكربان بيلسع فاكر لما قالوا اني تقيل عليك وبوجع ساعتها كنت كل ثانية عالسيف مبدع
Sure,
Of course, eventually the show must end, and when it did, I found out I had a problem on my hands, or more specifically, on my feet. Turns out that by the time that the show had ended, I had been sitting on the ground on my knees for at least an hour probably, and when I went to stand up, my legs did not exist. There was no feeling down there whatsoever. At one point, I was literally walking on my ankles because my feet had just given up on supporting me in any way. But luckily, my friend Mouse was the hero of the night and caught me on my way down, and with the help of one of our other friends that we met that night, managed to carry me over to a chair where I could rest and wait for my legs to wake up and continue the night. Lesson learned: don't sit on your knees for an hour and expect to be able to walk afterwards. It's not gonna happen. But despite my legs disappearing from underneath me, the vampire ball was a lot of fun and filled with so many amazing and wonderful people that I got to talk to and interact with. My only complaint was that the event space was a tad bit small and cramped for how many people were there, but I will give them the benefit of the doubt that they simply weren't expecting as big of a turnout as they had, and hopefully that will be fixed in the coming years. I'm sure that with each year and with more people supporting the ball, it's just going to get bigger and better as time goes on, and I'm looking forward to see what the ball is like in the future. I certainly plan to go next year, and if you find yourself in Northeast Texas next year as well, I highly recommend you check it out. But that's going to do it for this one. I hope you enjoyed. You can find links for everything I talked about down in the description below, and I will hopefully see you, my creepy comrades, in another video. Until next time, bye!